that tomorrow you have a huge math test, like your EOCs. We've got those coming up in a couple of weeks. And you go to your math teacher and ask, okay, how can I study? And he says, or she says, as they've always said, do the math problems over and over and over and over. And that's really boring. And so would you rather do that, or would you rather play music? Like your favorite song, just jam on guitar for half an hour or 45 minutes. Because I would. I would definitely rather do that. And so while playing music doesn't provide the same overnight results as I've just suggested, it does yield many long-term benefits, which include better math comprehension. And I've been playing music for roughly 5 years-ish, and I've done a lot of research in the last month or so on how playing music increases your math comprehension. And so today I'm going to talk about how playing music can improve your math comprehension, the fact that most of us hate math, how music can help us hate math less, and some other benefits of playing music and consequences of not playing music. So, for most students, math is hard. And because it's hard, it causes...
Pause and time for me. Drew, do not talk to the screen.
Okay.
Alright? If you need to see what's on there, look in the back of the room. You should be able to see that.
Okay.
Alright? Because you never ever, what you're doing is you're talking to your visual aid.
Okay.
It also might be better for you to stand on this side of it.
Okay.
So walk over this way. And now you see that you can gesture to it and still face your audience.
Gotcha.
Because the words are on that side, so you should be on this side. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, this isn't marking you down at all.
Okay.
It's helping you and then helping them.
Awesome.
I will also point out that if your words were larger, you have a lot of blank space on there.
Okay.
If you made your words larger when they're projected up here, they're gonna be larger for you back there.
Okay.
Does that make sense what I'm saying, you guys? Okay, so you don't have to use the standard size font that they provide for you. Alright, so you're off to a whiz-bang start, seriously, as far as gaining our attention, giving the audience incentive to listen, and establishing speaker credibility. You've done an excellent job. I mean, you maximize your points, alright? So I want you to be able to maximize your points in all of the categories, and with it being the first one, you're kind of the guinea pig. So don't think at all that this is hurting you. It is not. It's only meant to help you gain even more points. Okay?
Thank you.
Alright, so you tell Colby when you're ready to start again.
Alright, Colby. I'm ready to start again. So math is hard, and it causes your stress levels to go up. And if you're stressed out, and you have to study for a test, but because you're stressed, you don't sleep well, and then you're tired when you're taking the test, and so you don't do very well on the test, your GPA goes down. And we don't really like lower GPAs, so. And even a lot of people will skip school. We all know that students will sometimes skip school to avoid having to turn in an assignment or take a test or whatever. And I actually have a friend, Caleb Thomason, who told me earlier this year, or last year now, that when he was in high school, he would get so stressed out over a test that he would do anything that he could, especially math, to avoid taking the test. And when he was actually taking the test, he would just like sweat profusely because he just got so nervous about the test. And so while most of us probably don't sweat a whole lot while we're taking tests, they're definitely a cause of anxiety, especially for many students, math. And so, to a very dark problem, I'm going to present a very light solution. And that is that if you learn to play an instrument, which, according to the audience analysis, got snowed on, 10 of us already know how to play an instrument, and 7 of us do not. And of the 10 who know how to play an instrument, only 2 regularly do, and 15 of the overall 17 class do not play an instrument regularly. But, there we go. Which math helps, or I'm sorry, playing music helps with math, and just that there are a lot of parallels in the brain. Like when you play music, it develops your brain in the same areas that math uses. And just an example of that is like in 3rd, maybe 4th grade, we all learned patterns. That we got square, circle, triangle, star, square, circle, triangle, and then the next we would assume would be star, just because it's a pattern. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so, in the same way, music uses a lot of patterns. For example, like a chorus of a song is played, like it's the same exact words, same tune, everything, and it's played multiple times throughout the song. And that is just one way that math and music are parallels. And so according to Mr. Eric Jensen, who wrote a book in 2001 called Music with the Brain in Mind, math develops your brain not only, or playing music develops your brain not only in math ways, but it also helps with creativity, social skills, fine motor skills, and your just general thought process, amongst so many other things. And also playing an instrument is fun. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do on my free time. But many of you may be sitting there thinking, well, I don't have the time to learn to play an instrument. And I'm going to get into what we can all do, or what you can all do, very soon here to overcome that disagreement, argument. So now I'm going to talk about some of the benefits and consequences of playing music. And I know that, like Jessica, you're talking about texting and driving, right? Yeah. Unlike texting and driving, where if you text and drive, you are risking killing yourself and maybe others, there aren't really any consequences to not playing music, because you'll probably go on, as far as math is concerned, you'll probably go on to pass your high school math class, your college math classes. You'll probably go on and do just fine. But the benefits of playing music is that you can understand math better, and your mind just kind of grasps it better and comprehends it better, and so which causes less stress, which can also affect your GPA throughout high school and college. And according to Mr. Catterall in 1999, he said that all math or playing music affects your brain in all the ways that it affects your brain. It overlaps with the way that all subjects in school are use your brain. So playing music helps you with all subjects, not just math. But math is the one that it helps with the most. And so now I'm going to recap on what we've talked about today. And so I've discussed that most of us hate math, that music can help us hate math less, playing music can help us hate math less, and that there are a lot of benefits and not really any consequences to playing or not playing music. And once again, playing music can improve your math skills and comprehension and understanding. And so what we can do to act on this is, if your schedule isn't super filled up for next semester, you can take Miss Monique's guitar class, which is what I'm going to do, because I figure I don't have a whole lot of time, but I really enjoy playing guitar, so I'll just play guitar on the school's time. And for the 10 of you who already know how to play an instrument, some of you probably have your own instrument, and so you can just play it for 10 or 15 minutes a day, or not even every day, just whenever you can, will help a lot. And according to Billy Strayhorn on Brainy Quote, what he says is really helpful for those of us who may not be super good at music. I've only, I haven't been playing for super consistently for much more than a year. But for those of us who aren't super good, he said that all music is beautiful. And so that's just super encouraging for me, because I know that, even if what I'm playing isn't super good, and if it's not super talented, and if I'm not just working over the fretboards, that it's still music, and according to Billy Strayhorn, it's still beautiful. Any questions? Yes?
With Miss Monique's guitar class, is it you just bring your guitar and she teaches you how to play it? Or?
Kind of. If you have your own guitar, you can bring it, but she also has guitars that you can bring, and a lot of it, obviously, it's not for any specific group of like skill levels.
Yeah.
It's just kind of general, and so there are kids like I've since we only have class 3 days a week, I've been sitting in Mondays and Fridays on our class just to kind of get a preview of what to expect next semester. And there are students who have never picked up a guitar before, have never played music before, and there are students who've been playing guitar for years. And so the skill levels are really varied, but she starts basic and just kind of moves up. And even if you have been playing for a while, there's still a lot that you can learn.
Is it this period?
Yes, it's 6th period.
Perfect. Alright.
Any more questions?